We have to begin with some sad news. That devastating bus crash in Tennessee. The school bus flipped on its side, hit trees, killing at least 5 young children. That bus driver now under arrest, facing charges, and Amy is on the scene in Chattanooga with the latest. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, George. It is a devastating morning here in Chattanooga. The accident happened on this road right here behind me, just a few hundred feet up, around 3:20 yesterday afternoon, less than a mile from school. As you mentioned, 35 kids on that bus. And in addition to those who were killed, dozens of others were injured. And the posted speed limit on this road, 30 miles per hour. Federal investigators are now looking into whether excessive speed was a factor in this tragedy.
The bus is flipped over. It's occupied with children.
A bus full of children on their way home from elementary school runs off the road, slamming into these trees in a residential neighborhood.
We heard the crash, and we went outside to look, and we saw that the bus had turned over and apparently had hit a house across the street. They were escaping through the roof hatch.
Police believe excessive speed may have been a factor. They have charged the bus driver, 24-year-old Jonathan Walker, with 5 counts of vehicular homicide, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving.
We've received a search warrant and executed a search warrant for his blood. The investigation as it proceeds will let us know if there was any outside influences on his ability to drive a car, to drive a vehicle. We don't know at this time. What we do know now is that his behavior was to the point of recklessness, and it met the criteria for filing charges for vehicular homicide, reckless driving, and reckless endangerment.
At least 5 of the students dead and 24 others injured. As emergency personnel raced to the scene, families waited nervously to hear what happened to their children. The bus so mangled it took more than 2 hours to get the students to safety. The local hospital overwhelmed as ambulance after ambulance arrived.
Our thoughts and prayers are with their families, their schools, their friends, and our entire community impacted by this tragedy.
Hundreds gathered at area hospitals, standing in long lines to give blood.
This is an absolute nightmare, but I can assure you that the public safety professionals in Chattanooga are prepared and trained to make sure this is investigated thoroughly.
Authorities here planning to review the video from the school bus to figure out exactly what happened.